bigger tournaments. But for Levi, massive congratulations. He's 16 years old and he will be crowned champion, the PS4 European Cup 3 champion. You can see the emotion from him. Massive congratulations to him.
That's what it means to Levi de Weerd. What a performance. Hugs all round with Renzo. What a second leg. I'm going to go out and say the best second leg performance we have ever seen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. This time a little bit different. This intro is just in the little border. My name is Renzo and today we are going to be watching the grand final, Levi versus Tom. And I'm going to give you some background stuff that happened during the game because I was coaching Levi, and obviously very exciting to see him being crowned as the European champion right now. And I'm very glad that we unfortunately got the comeback. Like, it wasn't ideal, as you guys will see in this game, but it was a very exciting matchup. And also GG's to Tom, obviously coming second in the entire tournament is a great achievement, and there was nothing but respect between the two players. Obviously, coming from the grand final or from the winners bracket final, Tom did place a tweet where he kind of accused Levi of being a little bit of a boring playstyle, but that is in the heat of the moment, and I'm sure Tom still respects Levi either way. And it got Levi a bit fired up, but here, kicking off just only the 9th minute into the first leg of the grand final, it was Tom indeed who got his first goal against Levi of that day, and it's a brilliant pass. Like, I'm not gonna lie, what Tom did right here was just he dribbled around the box, forced Levi to commit to Mbappe, pulling his center back in this case. You can see Varane, and it's just a double tap A or X or double triangle or Y if you're on Xbox pass. I'm not sure, like, it could have been either of those, but I'm thinking it was just a regular pass, so the A if you're on Xbox. But he double tapped it, and the double tap passes into the box are usually very dangerous indeed. And this back heel was obviously brilliant from Team of the Year Mbappe, reaching Neymar. That one was just an easy finish, but that wasn't like the start that Levi obviously was hoping for. Very tough to concede the first goal in such a grand final like this one. It's always, like I said, I think before in the video as well, like FIFA on a competitive level, 99% is all mental. These people, these competitors as well, usually the margins are so small that you can basically win a match if you're in the right placement mentally. And obviously getting a 1-0 lead early on in a grand final is gonna boost your mentality. So yeah, Tom, you could see Tom compared to the first matchup that Levi and Tom had in the winners bracket final, you could see Tom was so much more free flowing in the attack, like forcing Levi in tough situation. Here again, Neymar just dribbling and gets a little unfortunate, ball bouncing everywhere and can't clear it. And Tom is going to punish Levi for losing the ball on his own half. It's good dribbling again from Mbappe, finding Neymar, and we could see here that 2 times right now Tom just plays Mbappe, twists and turns, looking for the pass, and he finds it somehow. And in a grand final like this, it doesn't matter how you score, it's just that you score. So yeah, it was obviously a bit tough right there. Like, you can see me sitting behind Levi, and I'm just thinking, like, okay, what can we do? Like, it's still like two halves or 3 halves even to be played, and we're still only halfway in the first half. So last matchup, like I said, the winners bracket final, we just stuck with 4-2-3-1. The ones that you can see the tactics of in the video that we published earlier last week. But at this point I was thinking we probably need to switch it around, because Levi was struggling getting offensive situations. Like you can see here, this was kind of a cheap foul given, but Levi in the first 30 minutes didn't really create anything. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see if it doesn't get worse. And I'm obviously coaching Levi on the right moments. If I can see someone that is open, that is what I do personally. I just try to guide them sometimes a little bit, because I'm watching the radar a lot of times here as well. When he was in position with Neymar down the wing, I already said like other side, and Saint-Maximin was there with the space, but Levi didn't really make anything of it. But that was a huge opportunity, and you'll always see, if you don't really make the best of your own opportunities, your opposition will on the other end. And right now Levi turns around, and I said before, and I think he said in the interview as well, like, we do have a game plan. But here with Saint-Maximin, could have gone for the shot, but I do understand his decision, and this is what I mean, like, he forces it right then, and that's where I was like, he's not feeling the formation right now, we have to switch. I was going to say it already, but then Tom obviously scored, and like you could see earlier and in here as well, Levi turns around, and we're pretty convinced 4-for-2, 4-for-2, yes, okay. And Levi has been in these situations during the entire tournament. Like, you have to understand, the qualifiers were 2 weeks before this actual event, the live broadcast, and Levi was down a couple times, playing 4-2-3-1. Like, it's either the 4-2-3-1 is just super balanced for Levi, and I think in general for any competitor, but if it doesn't work, you have to make an adjustment. So it's not like you can main 4-2-3-1, because there will be opponents that will completely counter it just by their playstyle, because you can't really get the rhythm going in the 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 is a lot of passing, and if your opponent is defending very well and putting pressure right on the right times, it is very tough to get your offensive attacks going. But anyway, first leg, 3-0 down, especially not ideal. But Levi, like I said, has been in these situations during the entire tournament. I think against Peixoto in the was that the one to get top 3? Yeah, I think it was. He was 4-1 down, I think, at one point, and he won through after penalties, bringing it all the way back. Against Obrun, he was 3-0 down, got to 3-all, won by penalties, which was a little bit earlier in the tournament, I think. But that's the thing, like, Levi has become in such a mental place as well, and that is what we worked on, that he never really gives up, and that's a big thing as well. So here, this is a crucial moment in the game. I think Ryan says it here as well, like, that could have been a dagger. Like, 4-0, not gonna lie, like I said, Levi is used to making comebacks, but it is 4-0 in the first leg. Like, I think Tom, if that would have gone in, he would have been in such a strong place that he doesn't really think he can be beaten anymore. And the thing is with this one, if you miss a chance like that, there's always in your head, in this case for Tom, that you might be conceding, and then it's only a 2-goal difference. So I was talking to Levi, and we need one chance, and here we go. Random through ball. Like, we can see that once again right here. Bruno is just twisting and turning, and it's just Neymar making that run. But the thing is that I think he tried to trigger R9 maybe, but like, he triggered Neymar when walking downwards, and Neymar was making the run like downwards, and then he got triggered, so he did go directly forward, and that's when the small moment of space ends up making the through ball. And yeah, that's where he just got an easy tap in with Neymar, to be fair. But we're gonna see in the next leg though that it's not always that easy, but that's just a little spoiler up front. But anyway, this was the important goal that we were looking for, and once again, Nick Pope here with a huge save. Some people that watched the winners bracket final, you know that Pope did make some saves, but this is so crucial. Like I said before, 2-goal cushion is really nothing in FIFA 21. It can get, you can score almost out of nowhere, like those through balls, for example, from your own half. Doesn't really feel like you're being pressured, but then one through ball and it could be a goal for your opponent. And Nickpo with a crucial save there, obviously keeping it a 2-goal cushion. And Levi here, I remember saying to him, like, just keep this last attack. We don't need to force anything. This is a good position still for the second leg, because we scored the last goal. Levi did score the last goal, and Tom obviously missed some chances to even walk away further. So that is mentally in our favor in that case, but didn't manage to make something of this last attack. And before the second leg starts, I just want to say here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, because if you enjoy the content, obviously we're gonna be publishing way more videos, tutorials and stuff. But we're almost at 10k, so please help us to the 10k, and if not, push us further. It's still appreciated. Thank you. So the second leg, and Levi and I, we didn't talk too much between the leg. Like, there were some nerves obviously for both of us. Even when you're sitting behind someone in these situations, I feel like my heart rate was probably higher than Levi is, to be fair. But like I said, we just knew that once Levi switched to 4-4-2, it was more of a balanced game. Before that, Tom really had like 90% of the game in control. And right now I felt like we have to take the risk that it's just going to end up being 4-1 or 3-2, and that's the only way that we can do that in 4-4-2, because Levi was feeling a bit more confident in attack. So we just stuck with the plan in which we switched to. But as you can see here, Tom, which he does really well, is pressing up high. Almost doesn't allow you to play your CDMs too easy. But once you do get past them, there is space for your strikers. And I said to Levi, like, in the start of the first leg, he was playing a lot of skill moves and like not keeping it that simple. And now you can see he's just turning, passing, and just slowly working his way up. And then I said, wait for that move, that skill move that you know you can do almost when you're around the box. Like, just don't force any other skill moves when you're not in the box yet. And Levi will be doing that later, but here it is. You can just see that the players of Levi, they were feeling it as well. Like Jones there making a tackle on Ruud Gullit, and Gullit, like, obviously one of the best players in the game, if not the best midfielder in the game, loses the battle there to Jones, which is, you're already feeling it. If you're tackling, making an easy tackle like that, you're starting to feel more confident. And which you can see here in attack as well, free flowing. Does try for the directional bridge there, but it's just not working. And I was like, stay calm in defense. It's still early. We just need one goal to completely get back into this game, and everything is possible. But here again, Gullit losing the duel with Curtis Jones. I was about to say Kenwin Jones, but that's someone else. I don't know who that was actually, but I think it was a striker from Stoke City. Anyway. Bruno Fernandes here in possession, I should say, with the pass to Neymar. And Neymar is going to be the MVP of this leg, I'm telling you guys. But like you can see here, Levi was just forcing it a little bit too much sometimes, like trying to bridge past. And I said to him, like, just keep it simple, don't force it too much, let Tom make the decisions. And there was always space for his strikers to be played in for Levi. That was because Tom presses so much with the strikers or with the CDMs, and here huge chance. And unfortunately, in my opinion, this was the wrong decision. When Levi did the ball roll, I think, like you can see here, he should try to go for the finesse around Pope. That ball roll, because he did the ball roll upwards, allowed him to kind of make the angle tighter than you would want. I think if the ball roll went inside, would have been a goal. But here, like straight after that attack, Levi won possession up the pitch, up high on the pitch, and it was just a 1-2 combination, pretty easy. Or like just playing it through to Neymar, who got into inches of space once again, and then it was a good finish. Like, the far post was definitely the right decision. But you could see that before Levi missed that chance, I said to him, like, just play on your instincts, like don't think too much. And then he did the ball roll, and I was like, nah, he's thinking a little bit too much about it. And then he did this, and it's just looking so easy, giving Levi obviously the confidence that we can still win this game. You know, like he can still win this game, and just score the goals, because those were, in competitive modes, you would say easy chances. They kind of get given to you, just because you play a simple through ball, and it's not always that complicated by when you're having to play out of your mind in order to break your opponent down. But this is looking good for Levi, obviously, and it is Mondi here in possession. Tom hasn't been in this second leg at all, and again here being tackled, but does get a little fortunate bounce. And you can see Tom is like on two different mindsets right now. Like, do I go for the attack? Like, do I play a lot with my strikers, or do I wait for the perfect opportunity because I'm already leading? And as you can see here, it's kind of a forced pass, which doesn't end up on any of Tom's attacking players. But here again, Levi as well trying to force it. And at that point, I said to him, once halftime reaches, I remember saying in halftime, like, that pass with Bruno that you did there, it's not needed. When the space is there, it's just in order for us that we get into that space. So if you're just running into the spaces that Tom gives you, you're going to force him to pull out some center backs, pull out some full backs in order to create even more space. There's no need to rush these 50-50 passes. Although Bruno Fernandes has like 99 passing, and it could have gone well, but you just can't take that risk right now, especially in the grand final when you're about to complete the comeback. So simple passing. You can say that to Levi, and he will do that. Look at this attack. This attack has been going for a while, right? Neymar making some skill moves, but it's a safe skill move. It's turning back and pulling Tom out of position constantly. As you can see here, he's having to force his players out constantly with the passing, and then it's just that skill move. You guys might know it. It's the L1 fake shot, and you can't really do this more perfect than this one. It's just a simple combination, 1-2, and easy finish as well. And this is what I said to Levi earlier in the leg, is just keep it simple with your finishes. Like, no overthinking it. Like, just shoot. You know, sometimes that's just the best to get back into your rhythm, especially if you missed a chance that early on where you did an extra ball roll that you might have not done if the pressure wasn't on. But here again, Tom just losing possession on Levi's half, and Levi just working his way, kind of free-flowing towards Tom's goal. Gets a bit fortunate there with the bounce. Saint-Maximin into space, and Neymar in here, he did kind of overcommit the action, I think, like the play, but that was a huge chance anyway. And you can see that there he doesn't really think about or think too much about what he should do finishing wise. That unfortunately he could have gone better for the far corner, but he went near post, and still 3-all. But that pressure that Tom, you could see there on his face cam as well, like, he just put his headset down for a second, and he had to calm himself down, maybe talk to Shari, because he was under a lot of pressure. But here you could see there was just nothing really clicking for Tom. Adama here being played and loses the ball, does get the throw in. From this throw in though, keeps possession quite well with Neymar and Adama there, heel to heel, creating the space on the inside, and this should normally get dangerous, but you can see Tom is just searching for something, can't really find his rhythm, and Levi is just constantly kind of in these inches of space. And like you could see here, this is what I meant when I discussed with Levi in halftime, is just run into the space that gets given to him. With Neymar there, he just pushes up, he doesn't force his way, and Tom has to constantly chase Levi in that way that you can get one-on-one situations with your strikers, which ends up here with R9 with the directional bridge. McGeady spin cancel, and might have overdone the play there for a second, but didn't really like the angle that he was attacking from, if I'm correctly remembering Richard Buckley, his commentary. You guys can hear it kind of in the background right now, but I can't. So, and yeah, in a grand final like this, I do feel for Tom in that case, but this is so important to have that kind of lucky bounce on your side that can completely gift you a goal. But in one way, I think it's something that FIFA players in general don't really accept, but it is just the fact that if you get really lucky, most of the times people force their luck. And obviously there is some suspicious stuff happening in this game at times, but 9 out of 10 times I think the lucky bounces, it is kind of forced by the player that is getting those bounces. Here as well, Tom was putting on pressure early on, and yeah, when there's being pressure on you, Tom was pressuring heavy, you have to play down the wings, and it doesn't matter how you do it, but just do it. Get those triangle combinations with your CDMs, because usually your wingers are being pushed up or like are pushing up because the fullbacks are fully committed when your opponent is applying pressure. But definitely check out our pressure, how to counter team press effectively video also on the channel. And at this point, my heart was going like through the roof, because I was so excited for Levi that he would win his first tournament most likely, and Tom was nowhere to be found in the second leg, so I was pretty convinced that we had this in the bag. But sure, obviously we still had to survive these last 10 to 15 minutes, so we decided to switch back to 4-2-3-1, which doesn't really comes into effect now, I think. And yeah, you can see here Tom just twisting and turning, but Tom really never found a good attacking flow in this leg. And I also said this was important. I said to Levi before, once you get under pressure around your box and you're recollecting the ball, just play it to Pope and just full on LBY it somewhere across the field. Like, it doesn't even matter if you get possession or if you don't, but as long as that ball doesn't get lost around your own box. And which he did instantly with Bruno, but he did get it back luckily, and then he decided to do that. It's just those minor things that can really help a player when he's being coached by someone. Like, some people might say coaching doesn't really differ much, or like what does a coach do, but it's just keeping your player, in this case for me it was Levi, sharp, and like sometimes helping them out a little bit in order, like guiding them what to do, because where the spaces are. And yeah, unfortunately it did work out in this case as well. You can see just making use of the fullbacks, he's keeping calm, he's just, like I said, putting LBYs down the wing, and just in order to lose the possession on that side of the pitch, not in the most dangerous areas. And at this point, obviously, we knew if something doesn't, like, not absurd happens, it's just GG's. And here, this kind of settles it. And I was getting quite emotional here, not gonna lie. Like, I think I had a little tear in my eye, still telling Levi like the game isn't over yet. But yeah, this is just an amazing feeling. Like, this guy worked so hard for it, and going totally unbeaten in the entire tournament. It's such a phenomenal performance. And yeah, Levi de Weerd, 16 years old, not Levi de Weerd, Levi de Weerd, 16 years old, FGS European Qualifier number 3 champion. My name is Renzo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.
In that first leg, hashtag Tom. And Levi went into gear 19 in that second leg. Incredible performance.